Hi there, it's Luke Carter, founder of PsychicOne-to-One-Readings.com. I get asked a lot the question, do tarot card readings work and are they accurate? And I think the best way to answer that, obviously we do have some other videos showing you how to perform your own tarot card readings, which is probably the best way to get started, to see what it's all about, get a feel for it, and basically practice. At the end of the day, all of these methods are building on your intuition. Psychic readings are fantastic. Many psychics use tarot cards as well. Um, some people say, well, you know, if there's a gifted psychic, why would they need to use tarot cards? Well, the answer to that is tarot has its own magic to bring and structure, and it's all about energetic connection. So at the end of the day, you can pull a selection of cards, zone in on a particular issue, and it kind of allows energy to linger there for a moment. It's also a way when a fantastic and effective tool when a psychic hands you a deck of cards and you put your energy into it and shuffle first. Thereafter, any additional questions where you pull cards for different areas or questions you want answered, it's a lot easier to make that connection. Kind of like when a psychic will ask for a personal item of somebody in order to make a connection. So it's all a fantastic way of connecting to the higher realms and your higher self for answers. Are they accurate? I think one of the best ways to give you absolute knowledge of that yourself is obviously you can attend a psychic reading with a reputable psychic, and there's of course lots of information on our website about that. But pick up a deck of tarot cards. Rider-Waite tarot card deck is a fantastic kind of universal deck, very well illustrated. It was in fact the first deck to be illustrated in the way that connects a lot of symbologies together, numerologies, and they're very easy to use. So what I'd suggest is pick up a deck, watch some of our other videos, get used to them and get used to not listening so much to your thinking mind and trust yourself in the cards you pull, because the more you do that, the more you'll be guided. It's simply a case of removing the ego from the situation, and the more you can do that's how you build intuition, by trusting in yourself rather than being too critically minded, kind of on a mental level. You want a spiritual level to come through. That's why meditation works so well, of course, in honing in on issues and developing yourself and growing, because you are allowing that quiet time. Like I always say, silence is in fact probably all the noises put together, so you have the most information coming out of that. You can submit a question subconsciously or out loud, and if you listen carefully, patiently, you'll find the answers, and if you trust yourself, it might appear in synchronicities in life. But this all links together to the tarot. So if you get yourself a deck, pull out the cards, trust them, really think about the cards that have come up. As you read them more and more, you'll put more patterns together, and also the relationships of the cards. That's very important, where they're laid out next to each other, because they are a story. There's different sizes, kind of tarot spreads. You can do 3-card ones, past, present, future, Celtic Cross, 10-card, and various other patterns. All depends what you like, really. I guess the longer you have a tarot deck, the more energy can be infused into it. But yeah, you'll be surprised. Do an initial reading. I'd say at first maybe don't do them too often, and then see how you relate to it. And what's a good thing to do next is to say, do another one in a month's time. Work on some of the things and the inspirations you received during the reading. Maybe make some notes, make some intentions to the universe. When you get any inspirations, just act on them. Of course, assessing if they're right for you. And then you can revisit and see, obviously your cards will have changed, but they'll be highly relevant. So you're building that backstory and a point of reference. And what you'll notice is the magic, the more and more you do it, the more you relate to the things going on in your life, and the relevance factor increases. And when you trust and become more natural and more relaxed, information flows even more greatly. So they're a fantastic tool. I would say the best way is to start. Or you can experience it via going to a psychic reader yourself. which is another fantastic way because you can see the power without potentially the learning curve. The learning curve's great, it's not intimidating, it's a great way, you just got to get stuck into it and relax. Don't pressure any of it, it's all got to come naturally. But I would recommend going to see a psychic or booking one online. We can do telephone or text appointments. And this is a great way to see the power and the relevance in your life. But there's two major points to remember. Whatever route you choose to go down, or maybe a multitude of routes, be sure to be open. You're only going to be get the best out of it if you're open. That's very, very important. You have to be open, and you have to set an intention to grow and relax. That's really, really important in these. Obviously, a good psychic can read whatever the situation, but it really helps if you know what you want. And the other thing is, you've got the power to change your destiny. We've got the power of free will, but it's all about discovering what energetic patterns are there at the moment. And when you can do that, you know, based on where you want to go, it's kind of like a compass. So with a direction, that's how you're going to get there. Because you can have all the wind behind you in the world, but if the sail's in the wrong direction, you're not going to get to where you want to go. So I'd say when you do get this inspiration and guidance, it's up to you to act on it if it feels right. And that's kind of how the law of attraction works. This may take place in form of synchronicities, in dreams. You might get a sudden wave of creativity. You might even go to bed setting an intention and wake up in the morning with a solution. It's all about relaxing and being yourself and trusting. And the more you can trust your intuition, the stronger it will grow. And tarot is a fantastic way to build this intuition and trust, connection with yourself, your higher self, and ultimately create a fantastic journey where you're trusting in yourself and doing your best. Many thanks. Bye.